Hey everyone, and welcome back to Haste Kitchen. This is the one you've all been nagging me for. Every Sunday I do a full-on family roast dinner. So I'm going to show you basically how to do that today. I've done another one of these videos in a channel called Mum's Eye View. Link is in the description box below. Click that, please go and watch it. I show you how to do a speedy roast with hardly any washing up. It's 40 to 45 minute roast dinner. You can cook them in a tray like this, which means that literally just goes straight in the oven as a whole. You can roast it, no washing up. Brilliant little things. So, what we're going to be cooking today, we're going to be doing the full-on English Sunday roast. So we're going to do roast beef. We've got some carrots, which we're going to glaze off in some orange juice. We've got some cauliflower and broccoli to do a broccoli and cauliflower cheese. We've got some Maris pipers, which we're going to roast off in some goose fat. We've got some eggs, milk, flour to do some big rise Yorkshire puddings. We've got some red cabbage. Now I'm going to braise that off, not in red wine, but mulled wine. It gives it that lovely little Christmassy sort of flavour. We've got some sprouts, we've got some chipolatas with some smoked bacon and some basil. We're going to put them together and make little pigs in blankets. And we've got some stuffing mix and some sage and some butter, which we're just going to make up our own stuffing. So let's get cooking. Fill a pan with hot water and bring to the boil. Peel enough potatoes for however many people you're feeding. Cut into chunks. Doesn't really matter if they're too uniformed. Make sure they're just reasonable good size. Add a pinch of salt. Right, and add your potatoes to your water. And just bring that up to the boil. So the potatoes are bubbling away. All we're going to do is get a pan up to heat and turn your oven up to 250 Celsius. Into your hot pan, you're going to add your piece of beef. Now all we're going to do is lightly char this around the outsides. That's all we're going to do with it. A little bit of salt. Beef loves pepper, so good bit of pepper on the outside. Turn it over, do both sides. Basically you just want that to be sealed all the way around the outside of the meat, okay? A piece of beef. Lay that in the middle. Don't get rid of this pan. We're going to use that to make our gravy sauce. So into that, you can see you've just got that lovely sticky part to it, which is just basically coming off the side of the meat. Into that, you're just going to add a knob of butter. So into your beef, I go in with a whole thing of garlic. Put that in whole. Same again, grab half of your onion. It's going to go into there as well, so just cut that into another section. Salt, pepper again, just to season. Now I pour in, from the potatoes, I'm just going to pour off some of that hot water around the outside of the beef. Not too much. A piece of tin foil over the top, and that can go straight into the oven, okay? Grab another tin, add a decent large spoon of your goose fat. Pop the tray into the oven to get the goose fat nice and hot. Potatoes are pretty much done. All we're going to do with these is we want to carry on, we want to use the water, see how soft they are, lay them down on an old tea towel or some kitchen roll. Into the same hot water, add your cauliflower and your broccoli. Grab your tin out of the oven with the goose fat in. I'm just going to add the potatoes to the goose fat. And they can just go straight into the oven. Right, your cauliflower and your broccoli have been in there for 5 minutes. You can drain that water out and put it straight into the tin that you did the beef in, because we're going to use that for our stock for our gravy. So potatoes roasting away, beef's roasting away. That's going to be in there for about 40 to 45 minutes to give you an idea. So let's get on with our cheese sauce to go with our broccoli and cauliflower cheese. Little pan, on with some heat, 4 fluid ounces of milk. Bring that to the boil slowly, okay? Right, into that we're going to add a good pinch of salt, good pinch of pepper, handful of cheddar and mozzarella. So I like to use a mix of those two cheeses together. Big fat handful of that to go in. And then we'll stir in just a little bit of flour. This is just plain gluten-free white flour. Stir that through till it starts to thicken up. A little bit more. That cheese will start melting now, so keep it moving nice and quickly. Otherwise it'll go really, really sticky. And that's what you're looking for. Really, really strong cheesy sauce. Off with your heat. So I'm going to grab some of our broccoli and cauliflower. Just going to put these in these little dishes. Then we're just going to put a little bit of pepper just over the top. Now they don't go in the oven yet. This is all about timing. So your beef, as I say, is going to be in there 40 to 45 minutes. After it's been in there for about 25 minutes, that's when we're going to go in with our cauliflower cheeses, our pigs in blanket and the stuffing. So let's get our pigs in blankets made. Right, let's get our stuffing done and get our sausages in the blankets done. All I have to do is go and grab our chipolatas, little piece of basil over the top, piece of bacon, and starting at the thin end, roll to the fat end, all the way around, like that. Easy. Thin end, fat end. Now I make loads of these purely because on a Sunday we will snuffle these for the whole of the day. As I say, it's pretty much my main sort of like indulgence, if you like, for the week. I always eat far too much on a Sunday, can't help it. Right, so I'm going to wrap them up. Little trick for you, if you don't want to use loads of different pans, I just get a little piece of foil, wrap it up like that into a little tray. I can then put my stuffing in there alongside the same the sausages, because they cook at about the same sort of time, so it's ideal. Check on your potatoes. Give them a quick turn over. And you see why I do these in smaller chunks, because you get these lovely little ones amongst them all. And they're going to be so crispy and lovely. Give them a mix round. Right, so let's change this about a little bit. So we've got some basil, we've got loads of different fresh herbs going on here. We've got some basil in with the sausages. We've got some sage, which we're going to put in with our sausage to go in our stuffing. And then with our roast potatoes, we're just going to take a little bit of your rosemary. Literally just drag that backwards down the sprig, or the twig itself. Sprinkle that in. A good pinch of your salt back over the top. And they can go back in the oven again. Easiest stuffing in the world. I always get one of these pre-done ones. There's no point in making loads of extra. As I say, with stuffing as well, I make far too many, but again, because I snuffle on them throughout the whole of the day as well. Into that, I'm going to add a big pinch of dried sage. We've also got some fresh sage here from my garden, which I'm just going to literally roughly just chop that up. Smells amazing. That can go in. Give that a stir through. Into that, add your hot water. Not too much. Now, I kept two of my chipolatas to the side. All I'm going to do is cut them open. Like that. You're going to take the meat from the inside. This is a messy job. Like that. If you scrape away from yourself, or towards yourself, you should be just left with the skin. Just that little bit there. Mix that through again. A little bit more water. few of your breadcrumbs. You let that cool down, and you're just going to shape these into little balls. So your sausages and your stuffing, put them straight into the oven. Right, so get on with our vegetables, shall we? Into a little bowl, we're just going to add a big piece of butter, about that much. You can add your carrots whole, as they are, orange juice. You can also add into there your sprouts. Get yourself a piece of tin foil. If you've got a small dish with a lid, it's even better. I'm just going to cover that with foil. That just means the orange juice is going to start to steam, and it's going to slowly steam that veg as well. Put that to the side. That will go in at the same time as our Yorkshire puds do. So when we take the beef out to rest it, that's when the carrots will go in and the Yorkshire puds will go in. With our beef stock that we got, we're just going to add that to our existing vegetable stock that we got from boiling our vegetables earlier. And we can just get that up to heat. We're just going to simmer that away. It's going to be a little bit watery at the moment, so we're going to add some flour and just thicken it up. Loads of things going on today. I told you this was going to be a full-on one. I hope it's still okay and you're following me as you go along. Right, braised cabbage. This is so simple to do, really, really effective. Get your cabbage. Sharp knife. I always section this off into 2 pieces. So you're looking for that sort of a part of the cabbage. Thin slices. Cabbage into your pan. Got a little piece of butter again. I'm going to add 2 sugar cubes. I'm just going to pour in our mulled wine. Oh, it smells like Christmas. Give your cabbage a good stir. And all you're going to do with that is pop on your lid, drop the heat down to low, and just leave that to simmer away. I'm going to swap my pans. Into your gravy, just stir in some corn flour. Right, quick and easy Yorkshire mix, 4-3-2, okay? 4 ounces of plain flour. We've got 3 fluid ounces of milk and we've got a couple of eggs. That mixture will always work for Yorkshire puds. So 4 ounces of flour, a couple of eggs, and 3 fluid ounces of your milk. Give that a good beat up. Add to that an ice cube. Right, this is where it all starts coming together, okay? So beef can come out of the oven. It's been in there 40 minutes. Beef can come out. Vegetables, so your carrots and your sprouts can both go in the top of the oven. Your cauliflower and broccoli cheeses can just go in on the second shelf. Two types of pans. I've used muffin tins, or you can use these type of Yorkshire tins. I quite like these ones because it's got the depth from when you cook a muffin. It actually gets a bigger raise out of it. But we're going to try doing 2 different types today. So into your tin, some of your goose fat. And now you're going to go into the top of the oven. And heat that oil up for about 10 minutes, okay, until it's really, really, really piping hot. We're looking for that whole reaction from the cold batter going into a hot oil, which obviously gives it that big rise. This is by far the hardest one I think I've ever filmed. I think I've taken on quite a lot here to try and get all these different things on. Okay, so beef, you're resting up nicely. Oh. So 10 minutes, let's get the oil out. I never knew this until I actually watched back my videos, but I seem to have what I'm going to call the oven face, where I constantly do this. It's just the hot air coming out of there and hitting me in the face. So, Yorkshire mix onto your trays. And that can go back into your oven. Oven face. Just going to check on our cabbage. So it's starting to break down lovely. Give the gravy a quick stir. Your beautiful little cauliflower cheese. How good does that look? I'm so hungry as well. Right, you've got your little roast potatoes. Now they're going to be infused with that rosemary that we were just putting in there just before we went back into the oven again. So you've got your little roast potatoes. You've got our little sausages wrapped up in basil. Have a couple of those. I'm going to grab one of our stuffing balls. We go in with our veg. Now, this orange juice should have steamed this perfectly. Yummy. Going to go in with a small amount of our braised red cabbage. God, the smell of that is just amazing. Going in with our piece of beef. Looking pretty good. If you like your beef a little bit pink, like I usually do, my wife likes it a little bit more well done, so that we took that in for 40 to 45 minutes. If you wanted that a little bit more pink, just do it for about 25-30 minutes, let it stand for 10, and have a nice pink bit through the centre, okay? Right, let's go with a little bit of gravy. Fill your Yorkie up, and just across the top of the roast. So there we have it, guys. I know there's a lot of ingredients in there, there's a lot to take on, but hopefully you've all mastered this one. There's your good old-fashioned roast beef dinner with Yorkshire, stuffing, orange carrots, we've got some braised mulled wine cabbage, we've got our pigs in blankets with that basil going through there, goose fat potatoes, sprouts, individual cauliflower and broccoli cheese. Let's go and eat this one. Remember to go and watch my other video on the other channel, The Mum's Eye View. It's a quick version of this, which means you can do everything in 40 minutes. Go and watch that, links in the box below. Any creations that you do, please hashtag me at Haste Kitchen, send it across to me on Instagram, follow me on Twitter, Haste Kitchen, and give me a thumbs up or a like on Facebook, just so I know that you're all appreciating what I'm doing. Have a great day and weekend, everyone. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.